Michelle here, and you are locked in and loaded to the premiere broadcast of K-Chief Sports Talk. You won't believe the smokescreen drifting over Arrowhead right now. Honestly, this is heavy stuff. Stick around because the future of the kingdom hangs in the balance. Roll the intro. Listen, honestly, I've been staring at the cap sheets and the tape for the last 72 hours, just trying to make it make sense. Because look, we're not just talking about a roster hole, we're talking about the soul of this franchise, that Lamar Hunt standard that has seen 3 Super Bowls in 6 years. But right now, it feels like the gas tank is hitting E, and Big Red is looking for a miracle at a gas station that's already closed. It's no secret the Chiefs are in a tough spot. Everyone wants to talk about the dynasty, but nobody wants to talk about the drain. Winning that much, it eats your soul, it eats your coaching staff, and most importantly, it eats your wallet. We're heading into the 2026 NFL Draft with only 6 picks. 6! You can't even buy a full value meal with 6 picks in this league. And the cap space? Oh, don't even get me started. We are walking into the combine with pockets so empty you can hear the echoes. I talked to a source inside the building. 3-second dramatic pause. And they told me the atmosphere in the front office is surgical. One staffer said, Veach is looking at the roster like a game of Jenga. He knows if he pulls the wrong block, the whole 2026 season collapses before Mahomes even takes a snap. Andy Reid was at the podium earlier this week, and he's playing it cool. He's talking about pieces to a puzzle. Big Red, I love you, but this isn't a puzzle. It's a 5,000-piece Lego set, and we're missing the instructions. He said free agency is a different animal, and they're sorting through it all. He knows the combine in Indy is where the real deals happen. Keep your ears open and your mouth shut, he said. Well, Andy, I'm an insider. My mouth is always open because the kingdom needs the truth. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Patrick Mahomes is once again the only reason this team has a pulse. The GOAT agreed to restructure his deal again. He's freeing up $45 million in cap space. He dropped his cap hit from a soul-crushing $78.25 million down to $34.65 million. That is leadership. But listen, if you think one man's bank account can save a 53-man roster, you're watching a different sport, my friend. Before I lose my mind over the technicalities of the salary cap, do me a favor, hit subscribe, smash that like, and I need to see your takes in the comments. Am I crazy, or is this the most dangerous offseason in Chiefs history? Are we one bad cut away from a disaster? Tell me what you think below. I'm reading them all. Let's get into the scout talk for a second, because this is where it gets ugly. To get under the cap, some heads have to roll. 3-second dramatic pause. We're talking about Jawan Taylor and Mike Dana. Look at the tape on Jawan Taylor. 6'5", 330 pounds. But the penalties? The false start king? If they cut him and Mike Dana, a guy with a 78.5 pass rush grade, but a heavy price tag, they free up $29 million. That gives them about $19 million in actual spending money. $19 million in this market? That's like trying to buy a Ferrari with a coupon for a car wash. You need to fill the wide 9 defensive end spot. You need a Z receiver with 4.3 speed, and you're looking at $19 million? Honestly, it's insulting. And then you have names like Drew Tranquill and Noah Gray on the chopping block. Noah Gray? Mahomes' security blanket in the 12 personnel sets? If you cut him, who's blocking the seam in the cover 2 shell? Kelce can't do it all, especially with the retirement rumors swirling like a Kansas tornado. Another source, this one close to the scouting department, 3-second dramatic pause, told me we're scouting the mid-rounds for anchor strength guys because we know we can't afford the blue-chip free agents. The plan is to replace veteran production with scheme-fit rookies. Scheme fit? That's code for we're broke and hoping a fourth rounder can play like an all-pro. Listen, the technical lore of this team is built on the Veach-Reed connection, but look at the roadblocks, only 6 picks. If Veach misses on even one of those picks, the depth is gone. We saw what happened last year with the injuries. You can't play hero ball with a roster of practice squad guys. Mahomes coming off that ACL rehab. He needs a wide zone scheme that actually works, and he needs a left tackle who doesn't have 11-inch hands just to hold on to the defender's jersey. I heard a quote from a rival GM yesterday, 3-second dramatic pause, and he said the Chiefs are vulnerable. They're top-heavy. They're one Mahomes sneeze away from a top 5 pick. I wanted to punch the table when I heard that, but honestly, he might be right. If we don't act quickly at the combine, the strenuous situation Reed talked about becomes a death spiral. Look at the cover 2 shells we saw all 2025. Teams aren't scared of us anymore. They're playing the shell and dared us to run. And our interior line, bless their hearts, just didn't have the downhill pop to punish them. We need a thumper at guard, and we need it yesterday. But with no money, we're looking at the bargain bin at the combine. I talked to an agent in Indy, 3-second dramatic pause, and he said the Chiefs are calling about every veteran minimum guy with a pulse. They're not even looking at the top-tier market. It's all about survival right now. Survival? The 3-time champs are in survival mode. If you told me 3 years ago we'd be talking about cutting Drew Tranquil just to keep the lights on, I'd have called you a liar. But that's the price of the ring, baby. It's heavy, it's expensive, and right now, it's weighing down the entire franchise. Honestly, if Jawaan Taylor is on this roster in September, I'm gonna lose my mind. $20 million for a guy who's the most penalized tackle in the league? Unacceptable. But if you cut him, who plays tackle? A rookie from the 2026 class with a 5.1 40-yard dash? Good luck, Pat. Hope that knee is really 100%. Andy Reid said it himself, pieces to a puzzle. But the pieces are jagged, they're broken, and some of them are missing. We're heading into a strenuous free agency period where we have to be perfect. No compounding errors, no bust picks, just pure, unadulterated Veach magic. A source inside the locker room told me the veterans are nervous. They see the cap numbers. They know the business side is coming for some of their friends. That chemistry, that brotherhood that won those rings, it's being tested by a spreadsheet. But look at the Mahomes restructure, $45 million. That is the war chest. It's not enough to buy the whole army, but it's enough to buy the ammo. We need to use it on a wide receiver who can actually win a 50-50 ball. We need a guy with late hands who can track the deep ball in the lights of Arrowhead. Because if we go into 2026 with the same drop-happy group we had last year, we're going to be picking in the top 5 in 2027. Kingdom, I need you on this one. I'm reading every single comment. Are you okay with cutting Jawaan Taylor and Dana even if it kills our depth? Should we trade one of those precious 6 picks to get more lottery tickets in the draft? Or do we just pray that Mahomes' $45 million sacrifice is enough to lure a superstar on a ring chaser deal? Honestly, if I'm an agent in Indy, I'm telling my guys to stay away from KC unless they want a pay cut. That hurts to say. It burns my soul to say it. But the truth is insider only. We are broke, we are thin, and we are desperate. But 3-second dramatic pause. We still have number 15. And in this league, that's a hell of a lot more than most teams can say. The combine starts in a few days. The ears open, mouth shut period is over for me. I'm gonna be in Indy. I'm gonna be in the bars. I'm gonna be in the hallways. And I'm gonna find out exactly who Veach is targeting. Because right now, the Kingdom isn't just a football team. It's a high-stakes poker game. And we're going all in with a pair of 2s and a prayer. I'm Michelle, and this is the K-Chiefs Kingdom Network. We reload. We rebuild. We